and gentlemen, welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host Belmont, and I'm coming in today with a very odd and a little bit of a different story. Uh I don't know how this one slipped under my radar last week, but it somehow did, mostly because I haven't been paying attention to the news probably. But we got this from IGN. Pokemon formally responds to the Department of Homeland Security's use of Ash Ketchum and Pokemon series theme tune. Permission was not granted for the use of our intellectual property. It's got an update. Well, let me hold on. So, what basically happened, let me explain for those of you that don't know, is apparently Homeland Security released a video on X, formerly Twitter. And it's literally just clips of the Pokemon theme song, like the opening segment of the anime, or well, it's clips of the video of the opening segment of the anime and the Pokemon theme song cut together with clips of U.S. ICE agents and other federal agencies, um, basically arresting criminal migrants. And it's, humanitarian crisis aside, kind of funny. You know, you got to appreciate gallows humor a little bit at some point. But the fact that they did this was what made it funny. Like to be so bold as to use an anime theme song to justify your actions is a different take for sure. So they've apparently the Pokemon Company, it's the Pokemon Company has responded. So not Nintendo, which by the way, I know it's hard to differentiate the two, but the Pokemon Company and Nintendo do operate separately for the most part. Nintendo just has um I guess fiduciary and legal control over the Pokemon Company, but they still have like creative control and decision making that they could do as well. But the update, the Pokemon Company has formally responded to use of the Pokemon TV hero Ash Ketchum in the series theme tune by the Department of Homeland Security as part of a video showing people being arrested and handcuffed by law enforcement agents. We are aware of a recent video posted by the Department of Homeland Security that includes imagery and language associated with our brand. The Pokemon Company International said in a statement shared with IGN. Our company was not involved in the creation or distribution of this content, and permission was not granted for the use of our intellectual property. Ooh, they're going to maybe do something? Many fans have suggested that the Pokemon Company should defend its intellectual property by launching legal action. However, the corporation's former legal chief yesterday told IGN that he wouldn't touch this. More on that below. Okay, so I guess that's the update. They're not touching it, which makes me wonder: is the are the language are the evil machinations happening behind the scenes at Nintendo that are involving Nintendo, Pocket Pair, Power World, Pokemon lawsuit? I wonder if it's just all Nintendo. Like if Pokemon has no say in it, if it's just 100% Nintendo operating on their own, because the lawsuit cites Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. But if they're not willing to go after the Department of Homeland Security for basically what is theft of intellectual property, both visual and audio, which audio is one of the easiest claims to get, makes me wonder what's going on. Let's get to the original story. The Pokemon Company's former chief legal officer has said that he would not take action over an official Department of Homeland Security video that features footage of people being handcuffed and arrested set to the Pokemon theme tune, despite calls from fans for the corporation to sue. Yeah, there was like a massive outcry from fans. Uh, Mostly because I don't think Pokemon fans give a shit about anything other than playing Pokemon, buying cards. That's it. I don't think they care about what happens in the legal world outside of the game world. I genuinely don't think they care. I know a lot of people who are into Pokemon, they only care about playing the games and collecting the cards. That's it. If you ask them, and you can ask them about Power World, most of them probably don't even know what Power World is because they're so deep into the Pokemon world. But a little bit of a rant that's irrelevant. I guess no, it's not irrelevant. The fans were mad. They're saying they're mad. I'm saying that fans don't care because they're not looking up shit like this. They're too busy playing Pokemon. Oh, here we go. But also, what was the need of the update if his opinion and statement haven't changed? I'm not touching it. Update, not touching it. Original story, not touching it. Okay, what's going on? Let's find out. Let's finish. The video, which was posted on social media this week, mixes blurred footage of law enforcement officers and dozens of people in handcuffs with clips from the animated Pokemon TV series. The post is titled Gotta Catch 'em All, linking the Pokemon's franchise famous slogan with the controversial current wave of arrests by ICE personnel. Okay. I was At first I was like, why a Pokemon theme song? And then I didn't even think about the actual gotta catch 'em all aspect of it because that's more of a collecting thing, not an arresting thing. Although you do imprison all of your Pokemon into a digital hellscape. Makes you think, doesn't it? Reaction to the video on X are mixed, with numerous comments tagging the official Pokemon Nintendo of America accounts to flag the content and call for the companies to launch legal action over the use of the intellectual property. But Don McGowan, Pokemon's veteran ex legal chief, has told IGN he believes any such action is highly unlikely and listed numerous reasons why. Okay, here's the video. I'll play this at the end, and I'll probably have to cut the audio, but yeah, I'll leave a snippet of the beginning of the audio. Just, less than 12 seconds, I think, is the legal limit. I don't see them doing anything about this for a few reasons, McGowan said. Principal at Extreme Grown Up Services told IGN today. What is Extreme Grown Up Services? What the fuck is that? Okay. First, think of how little you see the Pokemon Company International's name in the press. They are insanely publicity shy and prefer to let the brand be the brand. Second, many of their execs in the USA are on green cards, he continued. Even if I was still at the company, I wouldn't touch this, and I'm the most trigger happy chief legal officer I've ever met. This would blow over in a couple of days and they'll be happy about it. Will they? Uh, for some fans, and no action is taken, the Pokemon Company's lack of response here may likely seem surprising considering the highly litigious nature of the corporation in other instances. Indeed, McGowan has spoken in the past about swinging into action after spotting the unauthorized use of Pokemon intellectual property being reported on by the media. A simpler tactic for the Pokemon Company could simply be to lodge a copyright complaint against the post itself, as rapper Jay-Z successfully did back in August when his track Public Service Announcement was used in a similar recruitment video to feature footage of agents conducting immigration raids. That post was titled Hunt Cartel Save America is still online, though the video is no longer accessible in response to a report by the copyright owner. There's certainly no doubting the excessive use of the Pokemon Company brand in the video, as well as featuring its class themed tune. The post also includes clips from the Pokemon anime featuring former character Ash Ketchum, and the ends with a parade of convicted criminals turned into Pokemon cards with their type weakness shown as ice type. Holy shit. Okay. Somebody at ICE has been doing their homework. Because if they're saying that these the people they're arresting, their weakness is ice type, that's a Pokemon reference. So like there's somebody that works at the Department of Homeland Security that is a hardcore Pokemon fan. Like you have to be a hardcore fan to go this deep into the lore for a fucking what is it? What is the point of the video? Is it a recruitment video to get more people to join ICE? Is it just information to let you know that they're doing work? I don't know the point of the video. I'll watch it. We'll watch it at the end. But man, that's fucking funny to me. That's some dark ass humor. Uh, ice type. We need to channel all the world's energy to Nintendo and Pokemon to sue the fucking shit out of Homeland Security for unauthorized visual representation. Wrote Ma Magic Lol. It's going to be hard to take you seriously when you put LOL in your name. These are human beings with families, wrote Always Flacco. Like, what the F are we doing as a society? You can't even take this seriously. Rounding people up and turning them is just a fun Pokemon meme. IGN has contacted the Pokemon Company, Nintendo for comment and to ask if either corporation will act in response. So that was the update because they announced that they had contacted them. They had to let everyone know, hey, we got response back, and the answer is still no. They don't give a shit. All right, well, let's go ahead and see if this will play. Okay. Can we turn the audio way down? No, not off, just way down. I want barely audible. I don't want to. Okay, yeah. And it's even in the font. Oh my God, they went all out. Yeah. So while this again might seem a little on the heartless side, it is 100% made by somebody that fucking loves Pokemon. Because like you cannot. Where's the ice type? Oh God. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't. These don't look familiar to me. What are these? I don't know what type of card this is supposed to be because I haven't played Pokemon basically ever. I think I played a few games for a friend because he wanted to play, and I was like, I'm not into this game. Weakness, ice type in the bottom left. Yeah, I don't recognize this style of card. Oh, this is what card looked like this? God, I'm trying to remember something from over 20 fucking years ago. Is it Professor Oak? Is it a professor card? Maybe this is like I don't know. But I don't know why you would put ice people on a card. Whatever. Um, if you know what card this is, you can go ahead and say it in the comments. I don't know what this card type is on the screen, but yeah, this is some weird stuff going on with Pokemon not wanting to sue Ice for using their theme song and their video footage like this. Oh, that's a different thing. I was gonna say you put Pikachu in there. No, I think it's just Ash Ketchum. Yeah. So they just use Ash Ketchum clips and but they use the whole theme all the way through, which is crazy because like I said, music and audio is one of the easier copyright strikes to get pulled on something. Like it's super easy. Audio gets pulled on all kinds of stuff for copyright that isn't actually copywritten, and you have to fight it like hell to get your video back up because it's just one of those things that most of the time people aren't going to copyright something or strike something that isn't meant to be striked unless you're a dick. But man, this is a crazy story. That's all I got to say. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. I don't understand the point of the video. I don't understand why Nintendo doesn't give a shit in this instance, or maybe it's just the maybe they no, I got nothing. I don't know. I was gonna try to think of a scenario, but it just fleeted from my mind. But yeah, that's it. Pokemon Company, Nintendo, completely quiet on this Department of Homeland Security video. But I don't know. What do you think about this? Because this is a weird situation. Again, I don't really pay too much attention to the news. I don't care about the whole immigration crisis, mostly because countries have legal means of entering them. You can't just show up to a country and expect to live off the fruits of the land without some sort of sacrifice or payment kind of thing. Like you don't just get to mooch. And that's any country. You don't just say, yeah, walk into North Korea, see what the fuck happens, right? Walk into China, do whatever you want, see what happens. Like you can't. No, not every country is accessible. And the ones that are accessible usually have a means of letting you come in. It's just go through the means, go through the channels. I'm not going to fucking hammer my way through the side of a building to get into it because I want to get something that's inside. I'm going to walk through the front door. It's just how it works. But yeah, let me know what you think. That's all I have for this video. This is your host Belmont signing out.